Well, good morning, everyone. Welcome into Mornings with Loretta. So, today we are spotlighting one of the most cinematic, soul stirring series streaming right now on Amazon Prime, House of David. I have watched it and I am intrigued and fascinated by it already. And it has moved over 44 million people worldwide with its bold storytelling and unforgettable performances. Joining me is a visionary behind the series, award-winning director, writer, producer Jon Erwin. Hi, John. How are you?
How you doing? Thank you. I'm glad you like the series.
Oh, I like is an understatement. So I just want to ask you, what drew you to telling David's story on this scale and with this intensity? And when I say intensity, I mean intensity.
Well, it's a great book, the Bible, and I just wanted to put it on the biggest stage that I could. And when you really read these stories, the scope of the scope is incredible, and it's just there hasn't really been a moment where filmmakers like myself have had the resources to really put these stories on full display, the way that they happened and the way that they should be portrayed. And so I've been waiting to tell this story since I was 16 years old. So when I was 16 with my first camera, my dad and I went to Jerusalem and to just some of the ancient sites, and I went to King David's tomb. And they say there's two deaths, one when you die and one when the last person speaks your name. And the fact that this person has echoed through time as one of the first hero's journeys, I was fascinated and fell in love with the story even then. And my whole film career has been trying to earn the right to tell David's story. So to be able to do it on this scale with a partner like Prime Video and MGM has just been a dream come true. And then to see how many people, 44 million people all over the world, it's a staggering number, and I'm just it's far beyond our wildest dreams. And I'm very excited for the audience to see season two.
Absolutely. And you are no stranger to having millions of people watch your work. So you've had multiple films reach major milestones. So how does this script compare to the other ones? Because I have pretty much watched everything you've ever done. And
Oh, thank you.
your the way you see things and it goes into our hearts. And then I'm watching every scene. Like I was watching the fighting scene and how they were just maneuvering around. That's a lot of work. And there's a lot of people on set. So what gives you joy? Is that what pulls your passion when you see it all come together for an
Oh,
iconic
there's
like David?
nothing like it. There's nothing like it. I mean, it takes over 600 people to make House of David, and I'm very grateful to every one of them. And at the end of the day, filmmaking is hard. It's a hard job. Michael, who plays David, gave me this ring. It says "Seek discomfort," and you have to make great work. But it's so fulfilling to get to dream onto a screen. And um, when a story is meaningful to you, life changing to you, to be able to give it to other people visually, um, is a privilege, and to entertain people is a privilege. And House of David the season 2 is streaming on Wonder Project, which is on Prime, which is the a channel we just launched together. And one of the things that I love in the data is that 80% of the viewing is being done in the living room. So the idea of people are watching the show together, they're watching it as families, and that was the dream. And so the movies have been great. The movies have done over 300 million in box office. I'm very grateful for that. And
Yeah.
and they've been very successful. And it was that success that allowed us to have the resources to tell House of David. Um, but I think David was just too big a story. You needed more time to explore the character. So an epic TV series seemed to be the right way to tell it. And more people have watched House of David than have ever bought a ticket to any of my movies combined. I mean, it's just an unbelievable number globally, and it just shows that there's a reason why this story echoes through the centuries. I remember when Amazon read the scripts for the first time, they really liked them. They're like, these are good scripts. I'm like, look, it's based off a bestseller. People have loved the book for a long time, so you should you should check it out. But we're just trying to do the best we can and put it on the screen. But it really is a dream come true to do this project.
I just want to say the work is phenomenal. It is world class. I don't
Thank
even
you.
have anything to compare it to other than when they did the 10 Commandments, that they didn't have the technology or the wherewithal that we have. That House of David on Amazon Prime, you can see the finale on Sunday, November 16th. But Jon, you're on to something. And I want you to come back as often as you want to, because I am now a fan. I'm just intrigued by the whole
Thank you so
process.
much. And it's interesting that you mentioned Ten Commandments. It's been about that long since this much biblical content is being made. You know, whether it's The Chosen or or House of David or the Resurrection movie that's filming right now. There's just a lot of content being done right now, and we have the audience to thank for it. The more you support the work, either a movie ticket or subscribing to Wonder, it's like your vote, and it really is the way that we're getting this content made. So we're very grateful to the audience for the support. It's how the work is being done.
All right. Well, I salute you. I know you have to go, but I hope you will come back more and more. I want to hear about it. I have so many questions, but I'm going to respect your time. Thank you for the work you do for us. It
Thank you so
is
much.
changing. Thanks for being a
I'm
guest
glad you
on.
liked the show. Take care.
Bye.
Thank you so much. Bye.
So I'm telling you, I watched it and I watched it and I watched it, and I see something different every time. For a about 40, 55 minute program, it took me probably 2 hours because I kept rewinding because I was missing something. And it gives you a new perspective on King David, a shepherd boy becoming a king, right? So I want you to watch it. And if you have questions that you Wonder Project, go and like it and subscribe to it so we can have more shows like this, right? We need it, especially at such a time as this. Anyway, I do have another segment coming up, so don't go anywhere. I'll be right back with Mornings with Loretta.